Welcome back to another Hey Birdie video. My name is Bird. I'm a mom to 3 amazing kids, and here on this channel I post a lot of mom type content. I'm basically just your mom friend, here to hopefully make your life a little bit easier, and definitely here to keep you company as you do to me. So today is my very first ever Chit Chat Fluff Fold video, where basically I just sit down, chat with you, and put some laundry away. As you can see, I have a heaping pile here because I haven't done laundry in about 3 days. My last update video was posted in January, and I let you guys know that I was just finishing up a very surprise, unexpected divorce, and I thought today would be a good day to just kind of fill you in on how we're doing, where we're at, because if you've seen any of my newer recent videos, I'm sure you have noticed that I am in a different space. So I just wanted to fill you in. And even though I've been away for a long time, I definitely haven't forgotten about you or YouTube, and I just really appreciate everybody who has just shown me that continued support throughout this time, have reached out to me, checked in with me and on the kids and things like that. It really means so much to me. So if you like these types of chit chat fluff fold type videos, definitely let me know by clicking the like button. That way I can make more of these videos for you. And also I would absolutely love if you would subscribe. If you have not yet subscribed, please do so now. Just take a second to hit that subscribe button, and then the little bell icon right next to it will notify you every time I upload new videos. Okay, so getting into the actual juicy details, we're going to talk about my animals, where I'm living, what we've been up to, how we've been processing and dealing with the divorce itself, dating, and just all of that fun stuff. So starting off with the pets, so we actually had to rehome the all of the cats. This was actually something that happened before we went through any of this. When I first found out that he was unhappy, or was wanting to leave the marriage, he said, I don't know what it is, I don't know why I feel this way, maybe it's maybe we have too many pets, so maybe if you got rid of them we'll be okay. And let me just throw in a little disclaimer here, because I'm finding it hard, and I'm really trying to make an effort to share my story without divulging too much of someone else's story, out of respect not only for the other person but for my kids as well. So forgive me if things don't seem complete, like if I leave certain information out or if it just doesn't quite connect together. Just know I'm trying very hard to share as much as I possibly can without dragging other people's stuff into this. So anyway, this was something that was requested just maybe like 2 weeks before he told me that he wanted out. So we ended up getting rid of, or rehoming, 3 of the 4 cats. Ollie, I don't know why I'm suddenly feeling emotional. So Ollie had an exam, when we were trying to rehome them, and turns out he had some really serious issues going on. So unfortunately, he had to be put down. There was a hard but easy decision, because what we were told was that basically if we didn't put him down, he would have to have all of his teeth removed, he would have to be like syringe fed, and he would be in pain for the rest of his life. So we had to put him down, unfortunately. But that's what happened to the cats. And the pigs were actually the first to go. Both of them got rehomed in the same home. Both of the piggy girls got to stay together. So hopefully they're doing well. I haven't gotten any updates on any of the pets, except for recent, or not recent, but pictures like right after they were rehomed. And Fern is still here. We have Fern and she still causes trouble and she's still a pain in the butt. So next up, obviously we are in a new place. It is a much, much smaller place, but still in the kids' same school district and not too far from our old home where the kid's dad is still living. He moved back in when I moved out. So yeah, this house, I'm just renting it currently. I didn't want to commit to anything, and I was under so much pressure of decision making and figuring and planning and sorting and all of this stuff that I didn't want to make any decisions on like a permanent home. I wasn't in the right place to make that kind of decision at that time, and so we're currently renting for a little while. I got a shorter lease, so I'll probably be checking into my options here in the next couple of months to see what's available, if I need to rent again, if I can buy. So yeah, we'll see. Like I said, this house is significantly smaller. Our last house was somewhere, I don't know. Go away, fly. This is probably at least half the size smaller than our previous home, and there are definite pluses and minuses to that. We are right on top of each other and things get messy really quickly, but they clean up really quickly too, so that's good. All in all, I'm really enjoying the smaller space. It's working out pretty well so far, but I will be happy to get a little more space. Fingers crossed that actually happens. So let's just talk about the kids for a second, because they're crazy huge now. Gavin and I can share the same shoe size. We might not share the same style, but I have forgotten my shoes at the gym before, and his have been in the car, and I've just thrown his on. So yeah, that's kind of scary. I'm sharing shoes with my 4th grader. But yeah, he just started the 4th grade in August, and so far so good. He's liking his teachers, obviously loves his friends, he's doing really well. And Tate just started 3rd grade, and she is also doing really well. She really okay. Oh my gosh, you guys, I just ate a fly. That was disgusting. I tried to like get it out and it wouldn't come out. And so I was like, maybe I didn't swallow a fly. So I swallowed and there was definitely something there. Oh, I just ate a fly. Am I gonna get sick? Ew. Ew. Okay, where was I? Kids are doing great. Tate adores her teacher. She's still... So Gavin just started tennis. Loves it. Tate is still doing dance. Loves it. She's actually getting ready for her first solo this year. She's doing solo for Christmas performances. So that should be coming up in the next couple of months. She starts practicing for that in like the first week of October, so she is so excited for that. And Reese's doing really well. She's 21 months now. She's 21 months now. She'll be 2 in December, and she is amazing. She is just so incredibly sweet. She's hilarious, but she is my wild child. She is just into everything, climbing on everything, She'll rearrange furniture to climb on counters, and if you haven't seen my Instagram stories, then you're missing out on some crazy Reese moments because this girl is into everything. But yeah, all the kids are doing well, and as far as adjusting to the divorce, I think all of them are doing pretty great considering the circumstance. Reese, I think, had actually the hardest time out of the three of them. She, in the beginning, she was what, like, I don't know, like 8 months old-ish, somewhere around there. I don't know, somewhere around there. She was definitely under a year for sure because she was still breastfeeding and wouldn't take a bottle. So she didn't do overnights for quite a long time, and even still, once she started doing the occasional overnight, it was still just didn't make sense to have her go as often as the bigger kids, just because it didn't flow very well at that time. It was just a lot for her when she was younger, and she didn't understand why she was having to say goodbye to, I'm getting so distracted. She didn't understand why she was having to say goodbye to Dad when brother and sister don't have to say goodbye. They're going back with him. And even still, actually, if he's had the kids for the night, he'll drop her off here and then drop the big kids off at school. And even that, she doesn't really understand why they're leaving with him. She'll have a hard time with that. But it's so much better now. She's happy to see him and happy to come home to me too. So all in all, she's doing great. The bigger kids are doing really well as well. I think Gavin's hardest part with it all is he very much loves a routine and loves everything to be exactly the same as the day before. So he likes to just have everything handled in the same manner. But it's not a I want mom more than dad thing. It's just this routine works for me, but he wouldn't want to sacrifice his time with his dad to have that routine, but it's just, I know, I'm not making any sense. He's doing great, he just hates the kind of back and forthness of it all, and that's something that, he's working through. I'm sure there will be other obstacles to overcome over the next decade or so, I would imagine. The kids' dad and I are communicating a lot. I don't want to say better than before, but kind of better than before, I would say. It's a very much just a business relationship, which is great. And I think it's so far a pretty healthy business relationship. We get along really well. I mean, there's not, I've let go of everything that I needed to let go of as far as that chapter was concerned. I've very much moved on. I'm not holding any resentment. I'm not holding any, anything at all. No feelings whatsoever from the past. So it is strictly kid-based for both of us. Luckily, both of us have the kids' best interest in mind, so we're pretty much able to keep the kids in a family type unit in separate houses, if that makes any sense at all. Yeah, I mean, we're doing the best we can, and I think we're doing pretty well at it, if I don't say so myself. But, like I said, I'm sure there will be obstacles over the next several years to overcome, but I think we'll be okay. So, and I mean, Tate, I think the hardest part for Tate is that her dance time and her dad time kind of overlap pretty significantly. So she's missing out on some dad time because of her dance. So that's a bummer, but she will demand that attention if she needs it. So I'm sure on those times when she's been dancing, I'm sure she makes up for it with a whole lot of yakking and talking his ear off and getting making up for all of that time that she lost in dance. So, but I would say that would probably be the biggest obstacle that she's overcoming. So yeah, I think emotionally though, they're all doing really well, and hopefully that continues. Onto myself, onto like an actual personal update. Like I said, have moved on from that chapter. It's closed, it's done. I have no resentment, no hard feelings, no wishing things were different. I'm in a very, very good place. I've been in that place for quite a long time, actually. I think over the last several years, I've been doing a whole bunch of inner work, a lot of soul searching, a lot of expanding levels of awareness, and just being really in touch with, I guess, my inner self, that it didn't take very long for me to let go. That was the situation that was given to me, and I mourned it for about 6 weeks, and then that was enough, and I decided that it was okay for me to let it go. And for me, it was just taking it as an opportunity to start my life over and rebuild it however I wanted. Just a fresh start. And it's great. It's amazing to be able to have to get that chance to start over. But it's also very, very challenging to figure out what I want my life to look like when I'm trying to also raise 3 kids. There doesn't leave a lot of time for me to focus on those details. So it's been a struggle to make that a priority and to really figure it all out. That's definitely been my greatest struggle, is just how should I design my life? What do I want to do with it? What do I want it to look like? What is my future going? Sorry about that. My camera stopped recording, dang it. But yeah, just what is my future gonna look like? I guess we're just gonna figure that out together, right? I just kind of stopped putting that pressure on myself to have all the details and just trust that it's gonna work out and it'll all come together in its right way. So I know earlier I talked about dating, and I'm just not a dater. I don't know. I'm just not a dater. But I am in a relationship, and it's great. It unfortunately is a long distance relationship. He lives in California. I obviously live here in Arizona. He is moving here soon. Here I am just going on and on about him and my relationship with him and yada, yada, yada. Even though I asked his permission prior to filming, now that I'm editing, am just feeling like, out of respect for his privacy and lack of familiarity with YouTube, I just want to integrate him in that section of my life a little more slowly here on the YouTube space. So I really hope that you understand and respect that decision. I'm not finished with my clothes because I just keep getting distracted and sitting here not doing my work and yakking, but I think that's pretty much it. I don't think there's anything left to tell you. So if you have any other ideas, any other topics that you want to talk about, whether it's like dealing with divorce or dealing with kids or emotional stuff like time management, productivity, definitely let me know in the comments below, like what interests you, what do you want to chat about? And we will talk about it during our next Chit Chat Fluff Fold. So again, if you enjoy the Chit Chat Fluff Fold videos, let me know by clicking that like button. And if you haven't yet subscribed, please, I would absolutely love your support and have you come with me on this crazy journey of figuring out my life. So thank you so much for watching, and again, for your continued support. I love you, and I'll see you next time. Bye!